welcome to Wine, Liars, and Beer. I'm Dina.
And I'm Amy.
And this is our first episode of our new podcast. Oh boy.
So bear with us because it's going to be a shit show.
Yes.
So what are we drinking today?
Well, we're still drinking Sweetwater Extra Pale Ale 420.
So if you listen to our intro, you will know that these two were recorded on the same day. And we decided that today's topic is going to be drinking responsibly.
What does that mean?
Yes, what the heck is drinking responsibly?
Responsibly.
I don't think I have ever been responsible when I start drinking.
I always have intentions of being responsible.
It never ends up that way, ever.
No.
Actually, we've been really responsible lately.
We've been using Uber lately.
Uber, yep. And we've had a lot of adventures with Uber drivers.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name?
Which one?
The one that picked us up on St. Patrick's Day.
He was weird.
What was his name?
I don't remember
He
his
would
name.
not engage in any conversation with us at all.
And the car smelled so bad.
Oh my God, it was a scary ride. We had to reach out to people to make sure they knew where we were.
And I was afraid that I smelled like that scent after we got out of his car.
Oh, yeah. But then we walked into Rum in Patchogue, and we smelled like a tropical island.
Yes, those drinks were so good.
They were.
Anyway.
All right, so it all starts with a beer, right? Let's go have a drink. We had a bad day, we'll have a drink. And then one turns into...
Maybe two.
And then three.
And then maybe a shot.
Oh my God, when the shots walk through the door?
I think that's when our downfall starts.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that shot at rum that we had, remember?
It was like in a full glass.
Yeah, it was.
Yes. Oh, shots in full glasses lead to unhappy endings.
Yes.
Yeah, really unhappy endings.
Yeah.
You remember that time we went to that comedy show?
With the bottle of vodka?
Yeah, so it was like shots all night long.
And then I fell on the sidewalk.
And you busted your knee.
I did.
You still have knee problems,
I do.
don't you?
Actually, I have a scar on my knee from that night.
And we went to a couple of different places.
Yep.
We created our own bar crawl.
Yeah, bar crawl.
Where'd we start?
Well, we probably, I don't remember. I'm thinking maybe, I don't remember.
I don't know, but you see, this is
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, responsibly. Oh, go drink responsibly.
Yep.
It was a BYOB kind of night.
Yes.
So we brought our own bottle.
Yep.
And we drank the whole thing.
And we drank it.
And then we were walking.
And then I fell. And then we ended up in a bar. We ended up, I don't know, but we ended at Parabel. I remember that. I don't remember what bar we started at, though.
Me either. But we walked.
We did walk.
Because we were being responsible.
We were.
We've been doing a lot of walking lately.
We actually tried to walk home one night. That didn't work out. We needed to call for a ride.
We did. We got
It
one.
was like 2:30 in the morning.
It was a 2 a.m. ride.
Yeah, we had all intentions of walking home.
Oh my God, and we ran into people from work. That's embarrassing.
Oh, yes.
You remember
yes.
that?
Was a fun time, though.
It was, but still, now I can't even look at those people in the face anymore. Work. You have to separate things, I think. You have to keep work people, and friend people, and drinking people.
So when you start mixing things together and you have to see those people every single day.
Yeah, the walk of shame is a tough walk to make, especially on a Monday morning.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Done that one too many times. Anyway,
So you see these commercials on TV, like Budweiser and Bacardi. Oh, Captain Morgan's is a big one, right? And they always say, drink responsibly. And I don't understand. I don't think I know anybody that just has a drink. I don't.
No, I don't think I do either.
I mean, I get a drink at a wedding or a drink at dinner, but I'm talking about when you go out for a drink,
Yeah,
you don't...
Even, brunch time.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Boozy brunches.
Yeah.
They're bottomless.
They are bottomless.
Does that mean that people walk around without pants on?
I guess if you drink enough mimosas, they might.
We have to do one of those soon.
Oh, yes. They are a fun time.
And we'll take some notes and we'll come back and share all of the things that happen.
I went to one in the city, and it was nothing I've ever experienced before.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a party with a DJ?
It was a party with a DJ, and you wouldn't even know from the outside because it's 11 o'clock in the morning and the sun is out and people are walking the streets, and then you walk in and it's a nightclub.
We went to one of those with men dressed as women.
That's right.
Do you remember
Yeah.
that day?
Yes.
That was a good time, too.
That was a good time.
The drag brunch.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about drag queens?
I think they're fun.
Why?
I went to Provincetown last summer.
Oh, that's right.
And there were a lot of drag queens walking around. They were a fun time.
Those were some alcoholic adventures.
Yes.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So. And we're back to drinking responsibly.
What are some of the steps that we can take in order to drink responsibly?
Well, we have been using Uber to pick us up and drop us off a lot lately.
Did you hear that Uber has been considering banning ride sharing? Oh, no. I'm sorry. Suffolk County has been considering banning ride sharing in the county, which means that there would be no more Uber.
Is that still a talk?
I don't know, but remember when we were in the Uber the last time? Crystal's
Crystal,
Uber. Hi,
yeah.
Crystal, if you're
Yes.
listening.
I think she lives around here.
Yeah,
But
she
anyway.
does. Thanks for the ride.
Yes,
That is weird, right? We've had a couple of drivers that come all the way out from the Bronx.
that's right.
We're on the eastern end of Long Island.
Yeah.
It's like an hour and 15-minute ride.
And
Why
I think I
are
asked
they?
him, why is he out here?
Yes. And he was so fun.
Yeah, he was.
He was a cute kid. Anyway, what would we do without Uber? We wouldn't be drinking responsibly.
No, because I wouldn't want to drive in those taxis that are around here.
Ew. One time I saw a taxi driver open his door and tons of beer cans fell out of it.
Really?
I'm not
Because
even
he's
kidding.
Not drinking
That
responsibly.
taxi, because there's that parking lot behind, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
By the train station.
Oh yes. yes
Parking is so limited here. So one time I parked in that parking lot and that's where the cab place is. And when he pulled up, all of the beer. So what the heck? Why am I going to call a drinking cab driver?
No.
That's retarded.
Yeah,
I need
stupid.
my Uber.
Yeah.
All right. So we can call an Uber.
Yes.
Step 1. Step 2.
Parents.
Parents.
Yay.
Oh, my mom. She
Yes.
loves to pick us up and drop us off.
And drop us off.
Yes, she's good at that.
Yeah.
Especially in the summertime. Because we day drink in the summer, so the rides are more like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. No 2 a.m.
Yeah.
No 2 a.m. waking mommies up.
No. Even though my mom says that I could call any time of the night, and she would pick us up.
She probably would.
She might.
Yeah, we should rely on moms more often.
Yeah.
But Uber.
Uber.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Push the button.
But we should try Lyft too.
Oh, Lyft. I have a lot of credit in Lyft.
Yeah.
We should start using that. All right. Another thing we should do to drink responsibly is leave our debit cards at home.
Yes. There has been way too many times that I've opened a tab at the bar and didn't close it. Talk about walk of shame the next day having to get my debit card.
Or the same night. Remember that night?
Oh, yes.
In Oakdale? We went on a beer bus adventure.
Yes, that was fun.
It was extremely fun. We learned a lot about hops.
We did. Yes.
They played trivia. We need to do that again.
Yeah, that was
that
fun.
will be its own episode.
Yeah.
And we had to be irresponsible drinkers and go back to the bar and get
Well, that was you, yeah.
well, anyway.
Yeah.
We should have just went home, but
Yeah, but then we went out after that.
we did.
We picked up your debit card and license and we went out.
to Main Street in Patchogue
Tap room.
because that's where we're from.
Yep.
We love it here.
Yep, we don't leave.
No, we don't. Actually, we have been up and down the East Coast.
Yes.
Look at your pictures. If you go to your photos in your phone.
Oh, and there's
you will
a
see,
location thing?
Boom. We have been up and down the East
Wow.
Coast. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
We're actually traveling soon.
And then another thing is to leave your car keys in the hotel room because you remember when we were in DC?
Yes, that was fun.
It was.
Oh, that was
We
a fun
left
time.
the keys in the hotel room and we just
Walked.
and found
Yep.
we
2 bars.
Stumbled in on
Yeah.
a prohibition night.
We did. And that was a
And-
fun time.
Yep, it was.
And
So we walk in and we're beer girls.
Yep.
Occasional wine drinkers, but mostly beer girls.
I think we ordered 2 Bud Lights that night.
We did order Bud Light, and we were on an anti-Bud Light thing for a while.
Yeah, there was a whole thing with that.
And then some random stranger
Came up to us.
another state. He was like, "Oh, nice, you order beer at a prohibition party."
And then we started to look around, and everyone was dressed up.
It was so awesome. There
Yeah.
was a band, a little jazz band with a real tall bass that you have to stand up and play. And everybody had flapper dresses on that were super shiny.
Yeah.
I wish I was totally prepared.
Yeah.
I want to have
That was a cool place.
I want to have a prohibition party. You think maybe we can get one of these bar owners to throw a prohibition party for us?
We should try.
We definitely. That's going to be
Yeah.
on our bucket list.
Yes.
as the podcast was on our bucket list.
Here
So,
we are.
yep, here we are.
All right.
Talking about an overview of the things that have happened, because in the future we'll talk about the things that are. So when we go on our little adventures, we'll come back and we'll have conversations, and we're going to bring people in from the outside as well. We are going to have people come in and they're going to talk to us about their boozy benders, and they will bring their drink of choice, and we will sit around and we'll have these conversations, and you'll hear stories that you can connect to.
Yep.
Relate to,
Or laugh at.
say I've been there before.
We have some people that are already interested that want to come on.
Yeah, I know. We have a list forming. You can DM us if you're interested in joining us too.
So,
Believe me, you won't regret it. We'll make sure you drink responsibly that night too.
yes, we'll get you an Uber.
We'll set it up. We'll even pay for it.
Yeah, we'll order the Uber for you.
You just have to find your way to us.
Okay.
All right, so if you don't drink responsibly, there are terrible, terrible things that could happen.
Very terrible.
I know, but thank goodness so far those terrible things haven't been too bad.
They're always a good story to tell.
There are, and so I have a good story. So it was the day that my brother he's in the Army, and he was in Korea for a year. So when he came home, he was so deprived of like Long Island living, well, just even America living, that he needed to go out the very next day. So we found a venue in New York City because we're only a train ride away, and we decided to go in and experience some live music because he hadn't seen any while he was in Korea. And as we mentioned earlier, that's like one of our things.
Yes.
So my brother and I decided to hop a train to the city and go to a venue. It was a cool venue on multiple floors, multiple things. We had drinks on the train, drinks in the venue, and then we realized it was probably time to go home. So we ended up in Penn Station. Penn Station was a good time. We were dancing with those performers. I love those performers.
Yes, they were fun. They're fun.
They
And
are.
one thing I do remember from that night, I was not there, but I remember a text message I got earlier, but I think before you guys even left.
I don't even know because I lost my phone that night.
Yeah.
And this is where the story will go. Go ahead.
But I received a text message saying, keep your phone on you in case we need your help.
All right, so I totally had no intentions on a responsible drinking night that night.
Yes.
All right, my brother and I usually need a chaperone when we are together. Dina is usually that chaperone.
For the most part.
I don't remember why she didn't come. I think it was just too spontaneous. I think we just ended up going. All right, so while we're dancing in Penn Station with the performers, somehow my phone got misplaced. We got on a train, thank God. And some nice person on the train actually woke me up, kind of like you had to do the other day.
Yeah.
And they were like, you have to transfer, don't you? So we transferred without tickets, but the conductors left us alone. Oh, I forgot about this part. And I didn't realize this till the next day because I didn't remember, but I had a charge on my card for like $30 worth of pizza slices.
Oh my God. Are you
So
kidding
we
me?
were walking around with a big box of pizza. No phone. Kevin didn't have a phone
That's right.
because he didn't have the need for a phone in Korea. And we're on the train, and all of a sudden I hear, ding dong. This stop is Bellport. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is the stop after my stop. Get up. And he couldn't get up. And the doors closed right in my face.
And where did you go?
Oh my God, it was the longest stop ride on the train I can ever take. You know when 5 minutes feels like an eternity? That was one of those eternities. It was god awful because I know where we were ending up. We were ending up in like the dregs of Long Island. I apologize for everybody, but if you've ever been at this train station, you understand it is not a place that you want to end up after an irresponsible night of drinking.
Yeah, no. And I mean, I don't think even Patchogue is that.
No,
That-
any train station.
after-
Any train
yeah,
station.
yeah.
All right. So train stations are not places that you want to end up without a phone
No.
or money. I had no money either.
Oh, that's right. You had no cash on
I
you.
had no debit card.
Oh.
I lost everything. I don't even know what happened. So we get off the train. There's 3 cabs lined up, right? 1, 2, 3. And we're running because we're going to try to get into one of them. But one door closes, second door closes, third door closes. And we're like, crack. beyond crap.
Yeah.
This is like the mother of all. This is not happening right
Yeah.
now. And it's November, so it's not warm out. We didn't bring jackets with us because we have to roll like that because we're too cool to go out and coat check. So we attempt to try to ask somebody to find us a ride home.
How did that work out?
Well, we went to Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh.
They threatened to call the police on us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so then we walked about, I don't know, a quarter of a mile down the block to a like a 30-minute hotel.
Yeah.
Motel. Not even a hotel.
You
It
and your
was a
brother.
Dirty motel.
Yeah.
And the guy in the quote unquote office comes out in his underwear.
What?
And we're just asking him to please call us a cab. And do you know what he gives us?
A card.
For the cab company. Thanks, sir. We're asking. And while we're like asking him multiple times, his boyfriend comes out of the back room. So we were like, adios, see you. We're not going to stick around here anymore. So then we walk about another quarter mile down the block to a 24-hour laundry. What do you call those?
Like a laundromat? Yeah.
And there was a girl in there, young one, doing laundry who probably felt so bad for us. So Kevin walks up to her with his hands behind her back, like, I don't want to hurt you, little girl. Don't worry. But can you call us a cab? And she's like, do you have money? And he's like, yeah, I got my debit card, right? I didn't have mine. He had his. So there's an ATM machine in the laundromat. And he swipes it and he pushes his little buttons and it says, okay, we're going to give you money for your cab, mister.
Oh.
No money came out. None. No money came out, but the receipt printed and said that it gave him money. So here we are. We're not sticking his debit card back in the machine.
No.
We have no phone. We have no cash. And the cab guy wanted it up front.
How did you get home?
Oh my God, we cried. Crying works sometimes. We cried. He drove us to my house. I got backup, and then we went to 7-Eleven. And
So you had to go home, get your debit card, and then have him drive you to 7-Eleven.
to get cash.
What time was it?
We thought it was the middle of the night. We swore it was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Take a wild guess.
Like 1?
11.
Oh my.
It's 11:30 at night.
Wow.
But you know, we all have stories like that, and this is what we're talking about. So we'll have it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was more in depth to that, but we're just kind of like skiing through the first episode.
I know.
What about you? Tell me one of
know,
your irresponsible drinking.
I guess. I
stories.
mean, a lot of them I don't even remember, but
I know. You know
it's
what?
hard to remember. That's it.
It is. Yes, and those are the worst ones.
Yeah. And then
You have to, like, piece it back
as
together.
time goes on, you kind of get flashbacks and bits and pieces of what happened, but
Or you scroll through your pictures on your phone.
oh yeah.
But that night I lost my phone.
That's right.
So I had no pictures.
Yeah.
That was a very expensive night.
Yeah. I know.
Ugh.
Well, I can remember, I guess it was last summer. There was a week of last summer that a friend of ours had a beach house over at Davis Park on Fire Island. Now, you can have a really good time at Davis Park. But the only concern is if you don't have a house, you have to somehow get on the
home.
ferry. Yeah. And there's really, I think the last ferry out was like 10:30 or 11 o'clock.
It was
so
early because it was like a weekday.
Yeah.
That's when
Oh,
you were
that's right.
introduced to Moscow mules.
Yes.
I still have yet to have a Moscow mule.
Yes, they are delicious. They are so good. And I had a lot of them. And the sun was still out because I went over there early. I went in the afternoon, spent some time on the beach, and then we went back to the house and we started having Moscow mules. Now, the funny part of the story is that, well, one of the funny parts, I guess, is that I was drinking with like 21-year-olds.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I am not 21. I won't tell you how old I am, but I'm not 21. And I just kept drinking like I was 21. I was keeping up with the young ones. So, after some drinks at the house, we said, let's go to the Davis Park Casino. Now, for those that don't know what the Davis Park Casino is, it's not an actual casino. It's a restaurant, and then it has an outside bar attached to it. So we went to the bar.
Oceanside.
Yes, very nice.
Yeah,
It's
it
really
is.
nice.
It is. It's
They have great
it's like
bands
the
there,
only
too.
bar
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, so when you're stranded at the beach
Yep.
with no way out,
And not-
because it's an island.
Yeah.
It is. Anyone who's not from Long Island
Yep.
doesn't understand
Yeah,
that.
no,
too.
you have to take a ferry.
Yes.
In this area, you have to take a ferry to get there. But, you know, And it's a place where you can literally go in barefoot and it's fine.
Yeah.
It's really, it's a cool place. We went there. There was a group of us there, some that were staying at the house, and then there was the group of us that was not. And I remember also I had made a phone call that night to a coworker of mine who was also renting a house that week. She wasn't staying there that night. Her house was empty. So I was responsible for asking her if I had to crash at her house, could I? And she said yes. Because she was cool like that. So she gave me the code to her house in case I needed to sleep there. Anyway, I guess it was like 10 minutes before the ferry was getting ready to leave, and I said, well, it's time to go. And the other group of people I was with, who was supposed to be on the ferry with me, were not leaving. They were not moving. So I myself, by myself, walked to the ferry because I said, I am not getting stuck here. Got on the ferry. Sat down on top, because there's an upstairs in the ferry. You can sit outside and then downstairs. And I think that's when I called you, maybe.
Yeah,
I was
but
sitting
you
upstairs.
turned your, irresponsible story into a responsible one.
Sorry,
Because you're
but
the only one on the ferry right now.
I am. I was.
Oh, I missed a train, and you're on the ferry.
I was on the ferry. I guess, because then the other people with me were the irresponsible ones.
Yeah.
But then, because when I was on the phone with you, all of a sudden, I started hearing my name getting, screamed coming up the stairs of the ferry.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it was embarrassing because there were other people on the ferry.
Yeah,
and I had my back turned so that I wasn't really, telling them that I was who they were yelling when they were screaming Dina. So I just sat there and I was on the phone. I was talking to you and I was laughing, to myself because I'm like, these fools are screaming my name on the ferry right now. And everyone else around me is just looking around like, who's Dina? Who's Dina? And I'm like, oh my God. So they found a spot on the ferry. They still didn't see me. Now my phone's blowing up because now they want to know where I am. So they're calling me. Still yelling my name as my phone is ringing. And it was more embarrassing, I guess, than anything. And then I had to sit on the ferry for that 25-minute ride.
So you irresponsibly didn't drink enough.
I know.
That's what the problem was.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes, you needed to have more.
But
because that's it. That's a problem. Like when you're with people and you're not drunk enough.
Mm-hmm. Ugh.
Right?
It's the worst feeling.
It is the worst feeling. I'd rather be too drunk than not drunk enough.
Yeah.
Especially in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
When you can't hide from people.
Or when we were at New Year's Eve in the city. And we went to that piano, the dueling piano. Dueling pianos. We have to do an episode on that.
We do.
That's a fun time.
It is.
I say fun time a lot.
Fun time. Every
Because
time we
it
say
is
fun time, drink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
a new drinking game.
All right. But that was
Yeah, it was.
that was a good
Yeah.
time. And then, anyway, I don't even know.
Wait, New Year's Eve episode. We can have a New Year's Eve episode and tell old stories of New Year's Eve. Right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Or just whatever. And with every dueling piano situation that we've been to has been worth talking about. I rave about it.
Yeah.
When they come back to town, we should go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Bring everything with us.
All right. So another way to drink responsibly is sleepover parties.
Oh, a sleepover party is always a good time.
Yes. Specifically, I guess, with your best friend.
Yes. No boys allowed.
No boy sleepovers.
No sleepovers can turn into some things that you would regret.
I've been sleeping on your couch a lot lately.
You have.
I
and
know.
me too.
I know.
Yes. We have been being so responsible.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
If we think about Dylan's
Halloween
party.
Yep.
I was here. New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
The Mulcahy's.
Yes.
Experience.
Mulcahy's. But then even, was it Thanksgiving Eve?
Oh yes, Thanksgiving Eve. Yeah. Okay. So no, we've been super responsible.
Yes.
Yep. The Besties couch is a responsibly drinking place to end up.
And I have to tell you, me, as the responsible drinker that I am, I leave a bag of clothes in my car.
Oh yes, we have our whole bags. Yes.
Yep.
Right, and they're labeled.
Yes. What do they say on them?
Pretty good at making bad decisions.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
So for all for all you hoes out there,
need
the
whole
bag,
Yeah.
it needs to have a toothbrush,
Yes.
a hairbrush,
Some deodorant, I guess.
hair tie, clean underwear,
Yep. Gum.
Sweatpants, fresh socks, flip-flops.
Anything.
If you plan on showering, but I don't know anybody who does a walk of shame after showering.
No.
Me either.
Yeah, no.
All right. Okay, and one final way to drink responsibly.
Yeah. You can say it.
You say it.
I'm very guilty of this, so I don't know if I should say it.
All right, fine. You have to do this. As much as it hurts and as much as you're trying to step away from it, you have to go into your contacts.
Meaning your phone.
Your contacts in your phone. You have to find every single one of those people that you have the tendency to dial or push their face.
When you're drunk.
And you have to change their name or their contact info to
Do
not call. Don't do it. Because believe me,
it's not worth it.
it is not worth it. Those drinking responsibly nights will turn into an irresponsible morning that you will regret until the next time you drink. But anyway, just change it. All right, so that was our first go at a podcast.
It'll get better as we go.
I promise it'll get better. I
And
think,
it's,
the next episode we have will be on location.
Yes, very excited.
Wilmington, North Carolina.
Yep.
And we will have some special guests.
You should see the trunk right now.
It's full. It's full. If you looked at our story, you would see that we're well stocked
Yes.
for the adventures of it. So we're going to venture out a little bit. We're going to go somewhere else, and we will touch base with you when we're there. So we hope that you come back. This is only episode 1. So I think that you can stick around for 5 episodes, and if you hate us after that, let us know.
Give us 5 episodes.
All right, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll put the podcast up on YouTube.
Yep.
And let us know if you have any recommendations or you want to join us in conversations.
Yes. It's been fun.
It has. Adios, amigos.
Goodbye.